Alright, whenever you're ready, you can go and start.
I don't see it up on yours yet.
He's just switching it over now.
Okay, cool. All right, everyone. Welcome to Game 3 of Week 3 of the Coach Rivals. Here in Game 3, we have the Wombo Combo Wombats against Ready, Set, Sit Down. I'm joined here by, what should I call you, 2.718? E?
Yeah, so my name's Brandon, or Coach Reed is how I go by in some parts.
All right, so we got Coach Reed here joining me from...
Georgia.
Awesome. And of course, I'm Mr. Hernandez Teaches, and we're going to be watching the Wombo Combo Wombats against Ready, Set, Sit Down. Let's jump into the intro video. That's not the intro video. No intro video. Let's jump, actually.
I think you're the only ones that are going to do the intro video, too.
The pick and ban. Do you have the pick and ban up over there, Coach Reed?
I do.
Oh, so I'm gonna get off because I can
just
actually
looking at it. We got the picks and the bans. How do you feel about the two teams? Who kind of won the picks and bans in this?
One thing I noticed is that Team Wombo Combo Wombats has a lot of magic damage because I'm not really sure exactly who's going to be bot lane here, but they definitely don't have a traditional AD carry. So they definitely are going to be looking for some unconventional team fighting strategies.
Yeah, that's what I noticed, especially the Veigar first pick trying to throw him for a loop. And then what I see here actually is maybe like trying to get a snowball lead with the Warwick, very aggressive early game jungler, whereas the Misfortune lane is definitely going to be an aggressive lane in the bot with a lot of great engagement coming in from Jarvan, Vel'Koz, and Maokai. It's going to be a lot that the Wombo Combo Wombats have to get through in order to eat through those tanks, because especially as you said, a lot of magic damage coming in from them.
And actually, ironically, it looks like Ready, Set, Sit Down has a lot of the Wombo combo going on. They have the Misfortune ultimate combo with the Jarvan ultimate, Vel'Koz ultimate, Maokai ultimate. Can really be a big like Wombo combo.
Yeah, definitely. So we can see some targeted bans around the junglers, a little bit about the bot lane and mid lane. But other than that, are you ready to get into game?
Let's do it.
All right, everyone, welcome back. So this video was pre-recorded, and unfortunately, we had a technical issue. And the technical issue was the mute button was our arch nemesis in this case. And the first 9 minutes of the game are actually muted. However, you will have me, Mr. Hernandez Teaches, flying solo for about 9 minutes, followed up with Coach Reed coming in, and we will get back to the recording as soon as I realized that I had been muted. So I will be solo for the first few minutes of this match. We do see both teams coming out. No real shenanigans going on yet. The Rumble is going in for a deep ward as the Vel'Koz whacks him with his tail a little bit. Again, I know there's no sound coming in from the game, so you guys just get to listen to me as we talk about this recording as it happens. I could try to do, if the viewers want me to, I could try to do some League of Legends sounds if you want, like whack, bzzz. If you want me to do that, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Otherwise, we do see the leash coming out for the Warwick. as he takes his red buff. Looks like he's going over to do the Gromp in blue. Doing so, he's probably going to try to get an early gank onto the Maokai in top lane. But we do see the Maokai starting with boots and pot. So also throwing that control ward into the river. And the Mordekaiser has no idea that that's over there. So that's going to be an early detection for the red side, the Maokai, to ward off any such gank from the blue side Warwick. As you see a lot of trading coming out, but Rumble getting the worst of that trade as we see Jarvan just now finishing blue buff. It does appear that the blue buff did reset on him, and he's extremely low as he turns over and starts doing this Gromp over here. Is the Gromp going to kill him? It's getting extremely low. He might want to just hit a recall and go straight to red. As we do see the Warwick come in for an ult, but not getting in range for the Fear. Walking through that ward. That ward did pay off. 75 gold for 300. As you see the Wolves coming out for the J4. The J4 running away and not fast enough as a minion has slain the J4. The Wolves doing too much damage. That's really going to put that Jarvan behind as we see the Warwick getting ready to gank the mid lane. I wish I could do it. They want me to do all the sounds as we see a gank from the Warwick. The Warwick said, "Ow!" But the Vel'Koz, he didn't care. He just shot his laser right back at him. The chat says, those are some mighty wolves. Yes, those are extremely mighty wolves. As he goes back to the wolves, you can see it over here on the mini-map as the Jarvan went back to the wolves. So he showed him who was boss there. What I find interesting here is the Maokai is extremely low. He does get the heal, blows the flash away. He might have to recall here as he does need to go back. Heal up. He's only got about 200 HP. And if that Mordekaiser gets an early kill, even though he's down 8 CS, if that Mordekaiser gets an early kill, that's definitely going to be beneficial for him. We see a lot of farming coming in. The mid lane, the farm is in favor of the Rumble as he has a 10 CS lead. The bot lane is pretty close, 25 to 28 in the bot lane. Not a lot of action as what you're going to hear coming up from us after I unmute this button in about 5 minutes. What you're going to hear is that, yeah, there's not been a lot of action in this early game. There's been a lot of trading between the Rumble and the Vel'Koz in the mid lane. But other than that, everyone's just trying to farm up and get to the late game. The Warwick starts to hit his recall as we do see the Jarvan has caught up in farm, actually taking a little bit of a CS lead, coming in for the gank in the top lane. Flag and drag misses the Mordekaiser. He sidesteps that. They're coming in. They're trying to push past the wave, but decide not to dive the turret. No CC following up. So the Veigar trying to get a cage lockdown onto the Misfortune, but missing a lot of space for that Misfortune to move around. We do have the Maokai pushing in the Mordekaiser in the top lane. But again, we do have a lot of, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. But we do have a lot of, I need to turn those off, give me a second, as you guys keep distracting me in the chat, trying to make this as professional as possible. But thank you for the follow, I really do appreciate it. We do have a little bit of a gank coming in as the Warwick does walk through the ward, decides better of it. So the J4 coming in with the flag and drag hits the Warwick. The flash coming out from the Rumble as the flash away from the J4 as he squeaks away with about 150 HP. The red team might have to give up the dragon, but we do see the Nautilus and the Misfortune push their wave as quickly as possible, try to dissuade the Warwick and the Rumble from stepping into the area. Both top laners are level 6. This definitely is going to favor the Mordekaiser. He does have the wave in a favorable position, but as you see coming out of base here, the J4 is stepping a little bit towards that top lane. Might be looking for a gank instead of going for that Drake on the bot. That Infernal Drake's really going to help everybody in the... Whichever team can get that. Both teams do have a lot of damage. The Veigar, the Rumble, the Mordekaiser, and then on the other side, the Misfortune and the Vel'Koz, a lot of damage coming in from them. See the Mordekaiser getting a big push. Might be able to, if there's a fight into this bot wave, he might be able to push in this wave and teleport in for the dragon. We see the Misfortune and the Nautilus pushing in the wave. You guys have to deal with me for about 2 more minutes until I had realized in the past that I had the mute button on. But it's okay. We will get it back in just a moment. This blue board over here on the dragon is going to be... The blue team knows that they have not gone... That the red side has not gone for the dragon this entire time. As the score remains very close. No deaths. A lot of trades. Only a 3,000 gold lead, which is just in farm. But everybody extremely close across the board. No one coming out with an extremely strong lead early game in the first 8.5 minutes. Warwick clearing out the Gromp up here in the top lane. As we see the J4 coming back to the Wolves. He really hates the Wolves this game. As he smites it down, not letting them stand a chance. Things are starting to settle down. Warwick heading up to the Rift Herald as blue side... J4 is going to the Gromp, but they might try to turn this into a dragon. Red side has no idea that this Rift Herald's being taken by the Warwick. Very clean take on the Rift Herald as Warwick is doing it incredibly fast. Okay, I'm sorry viewers, but I actually had everybody muted right there, and we are back. Apologize for that 9 minutes of silence. We won't talk about that.
It's alright. It's a fresh start here.
Right.
Talking about what?
Yeah.
Big ulti here from Vel'Koz. Although on the flip side, it looks like you haven't missed very much because it's a 10-minute game with it. Oh, action.
Oh, as we get maybe our first death of the game here, yeah. As the Veigar gets hooked, as the flash from the Misfortune, flash from the... Wait, I gotta see that again. Did that Misfortune should have gone down to the ultimate? I think the Veigar ulted the Nautilus. We don't get replays here. We're definitely not professional style games, but I think that might have been a misclick from the Veigar and a definite kill into a free dragon for the red team as they take the 700 gold lead.
The fight in the top lane. Oh, Mordekaiser's really low. Oh, but it looks like he's walking away. 4 members of blue side in the bot lane, but nothing really to get here. Maybe a plate or 2. Actually, Warwick has Rift Herald, and they look to drop Rift Herald here. Yeah,
they're trying to push the lane as quickly as possible.
Could get this tower here actually. 4 to 0. 4 members to 0. The Rift Herald. Backing off. Oh, there's the Rift Herald now. Flash from Mordekaiser in the top lane.
Yeah, he just backs off in the top lane. Looks to probably get a recall. A lot of gold's going out to this bot lane. They hit that retreat.
Yeah, three plates off the Rift Herald. Not too
That's
bad.
actually going to help even it up exactly in the bot lane. I'm looking at the gold right now. Veigar's got 35 to Misfortune's 3,900.
First blood to red side, but 3 plates over to blue side. Also dragon to red side. They're pretty close game. Small dragon lead to red side, but otherwise very even.
Yeah. But as he did, mention already in the pick and ban phase, a lot of magic damage. As we see Mordekaiser going in, tower diving.
Oh man, this
Hits
so
the
oh, but he heals up.
Oh, but wow, the ultimate didn't grab him, but the tower dive was a little bit misguided. He did not have enough damage to be going for that.
Yeah, it looks like he did not calculate the heal coming out of the Maokai passive.
Definitely.
Also, the magic resist item you see there from Maokai.
Yeah, I was just bringing that up before that fight happened about the magic resist that we see from the Maokai and the Nautilus with the Negatron cloak already.
Clearing some vision out from Nautilus.
See Rumble trying to get, Rumble trying to go down for, trying to path down to the bot lane, but getting spotted out immediately.
Wards everywhere.
Yeah.
But from both sides.
We see Vagar going out to clear some vision as well.
Looks like they're fighting over that the Tribush real hard.
Yeah, as soon as blue team puts it up, red team puts it right back in their face. It's definitely a battle. As we see the Rumble coming down, hits the blue bush and just reveals all the vision that red team has. 3 words he sees immediately. Why is this vision game really stalling the game out so far? Do you think it's the vision game or more like the laning phase?
I think it's a lot of playing safe. So when you have Nautilus versus Leona, it might sound like there's a lot of action, but actually it's kind of like chicken. Like if you go first, you kind of lose a lot of times.
Right. Yeah.
So I think really passive bottom lane here. Mid laners keep fighting, but nothing seems to be coming out of it. And then Mordekaiser just slightly miscalculated dive on the top side. But yeah, overall, a very calculated game for both sides.
Yeah, I think in the end, this is only really going to support the red side. As you stated, we see, what is that item? The Spirit Visage coming out for the Maokai. Again, the Negatron cloak on the Nautilus. As we see a little bit of an engaged top. Is this going to be a kill onto the Mordekaiser? Mordekaiser pops his shield and they just back off. As we see another engage in the mid lane. The ultimate coming out. The ultimate in return. Is this going to be a kill? Oh no! And takes a tower shot. They both walk away with just about 5 health.
Mordekaiser too, only a sliver.
Wow, this has been a very close game. Definitely only, again, supports the red team in the all AP. As we see the Maokai just flash in, root, doing the damage and gets the solo kill onto the Mordekaiser.
Big play from the Maokai, big flash.
Shows them how a tower dive is supposed to go.
He was a little bit past the tower.
He dove past the tower. Let's give it to him.
The secret is to not be in range of the tower when you tower.
Right, yeah. Again, I see J4 clearing out some vision in the Pixel Bush in the topside river.
Again, the scuttle here too, and mid lane's back to being 0-0. Really close, many times. Breaking that. Dragon's coming up very soon. That should be the next place that these teams set their eyes.
Yeah, but the red side setting out their vision about 1.5 minutes beforehand. Or, sorry, 3 minutes beforehand.
I've been looking for some cheese.
Oh wait, I think my oh wait, no, my I can see it now. My vision wasn't booked.
Oh,
we see like a fight happening. The Rumble getting cut out a little bit. Blowing his flash as we see all the ultimates come out. The big Wombo combo from Ready, Set, Sit Down. As they put that Rumble down into the ground there.
Yeah, he was in the wrong neighborhood there for a little bit. All the red team there here to hunt him out.
Yeah,
looks like,
great vision that they had set up beforehand.
Vigar and Leona looking to stop this from the side. Big cage.
Doing a lot of damage. The Leona going in a little bit too hard, getting the hook, flashing away, and then the root there, as we see a clutch heal coming out from the Misfortune, keeping his Nautilus support alive.
Warwick looking to trade Rift, what's that called? Rift Herald in return? I almost called it the Scuttle. It's a big scuttle.
It's the bigger crab.
Again, big wet noodle fight here from the top lane. Maokai out of mana, not able to get things done.
As this works doing the second Rift Herald, do you think that is a favorable trade for the blue team to lose 2 dragons in this case?
The first one I think is because, well, the first one's a debate because you end up trading plates. Oh, big play here. Vel'Koz finally gets the kill onto that Rumble.
I missed it. I was watching the Warwick do his little dance with the Rift Herald.
Yeah. So I think the first Rift Herald's a good could be a good trade because you get the 3 plates. And the first dragon maybe not worth that much, especially if you get able to contest the later ones. But once you start talking about the second dragon, the second Rift Herald, not really, you can't really get plates off of it anymore. And plus the second dragon over to the red team here starts to really look like a soul in their future. So definitely the first one. The second one is kind of more of a consolation prize than the trade.
Right. Yeah. Unless possibly if Blue Side could turn this into first turret, they do have bot lane extremely low, so that could be some pressure. No, not yet. That's why when we came back from the mute issue, that nobody had missed anything.
Yeah. The game started at 10 minutes and it's still kind of like a. Oh, Mordekaiser at half HP here, battling with the Maokai. This does not look good for Mordekaiser. Big ulti from Maokai here.
If this catches him, this might get him. One more hit,
so long.
And he gets him.
Oh, fight in the bot lane.
With the Veigar, a lot of action happening around the map, but he does not. He does have his ult available, but it wasn't going to kill her. Took a lot of damage in that trade. Looks like the Misfortune popped the ultimate as well.
I think she missed.
See the Maokai does go down to the turret. Took an extra turret shot. Yes, it was an execute. That's unfortunate.
Who executes this game for red team?
And they're still holding on to that 2,500 gold lead. So they might be playing a little frazzled.
Next objective here, around 20 minutes, the Baron will spawn. It's going to be tough for either team to get the Baron there. And then the next objective after that, it looks like Cloud Drake in 2 minutes being pinged by the red team.
See the the Veigar catch out the Nautilus, throws everything onto him, full combo, but doesn't even do half of his health.
Rumble ulti did actually do half of Misfortune's health by itself.
Just walking straight through it. Wow, I didn't even notice that part of it.
That's all. I think that's all that she got hit by. See, pretty slow game here. Lots of kills, but objective-wise, we're just chilling. First tower did go over to blue side, it looks like.
Yeah, they did take that bot lane.
Yeah, so it starts to become a little bit more worth to trade Herald for Dragon when you get the first tower with it.
Yeah, but they do have to worry about the Maokai having the 300 gold bounty, because that just means he's 1,500 gold ahead of their top laner, and the more AP he stacks, the tougher it is for blue side to stay into this. See a little bit of engage in the top side. The J4 coming out, waiting for the ultimate to wear down as he ults in, catches him, drops the wall.
Flash? Oh
no! The flag and drag was about 1 pixel deep, and then the Mordekaiser was able to get away. Missed the flash drag a little bit, didn't he?
Fortunate play there, but overall, red team's still looking good. Looks like Nautilus were looking for Veigar here, but doesn't find anything. And teams are just farming it up. Still in the laning phase at 20 minutes somehow.
Yeah, you see another dive coming out from the Maokai. Wow. Is he gonna finish him this time? This is gonna be close. Is he this one more turret shot? 100 HP flashes out, sitting in the tri-bush, deciding what to do as the Veigar is coming up. The Veigar is searching for him.
He's out. Red's looking for Dragon though. Rumble's the only one down here to stop them.
And he barely got away. The Veigar sent out the spooky ghosts to find him. Barely got away from that. The spooky ghosts with the damage from the glacial build should stop a recall.
Yeah.
We see the wart going in on the Misfortune, but the ult was too short. Has to flash away now. No damage to follow up, as we saw the Rumble still in bot lane and the Veigar still in base.
Red could look to go for Rumble here, but no, they just go straight for Dragon. It looks like they're pulling it out here. This will be their third Drake of the game, which will set them up for Soul Point. Blue chooses to contest it. We could have a big fight here. And there's a big ulti on the Jarvan.
Yeah, he's
Jarvan
going in. He's getting a lot of damage. He gets the kill onto the Jarvan. As we see the ultimate come out, the flash away from the Rumble. Maybe getting a second kill. No, he goes down. As we saw, I missed the second engage on the top side.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened top side either.
But Warwick is dead, and nobody else.
Because they were able to take down the Warwick, even though Jarvan also fell, Red Team was able to safely take the Dragon. No smite for either team, and it looks like 3 Drakes to Red Team. So this is looking like a soul game here. In about 5 minutes, I think, is the spawn time, or maybe 4 on the next Drake. Both teams will really want to get that one to stop Red Team from getting the soul.
Right.
Especially with their combo-oriented team, those ultimates are really a big deal. Red Team.
We'll see how they turn out. I think as this game starts to slip further and further away, we do see only about a 4,000 gold lead. But 10 kills to 1, where that gold is.
Even though there's a 9 kill difference, only 4,000 gold for the Red Team.
Just feels like the blue side does, as they get and engage the shutdown onto the Veigar, 600 gold. As he flashes away from the Nautilus hook. Probably didn't need to, as there was no follow-up. The Nautilus just going all in.
He did have Ignite, so that maybe was worth it. Oh, Misfortune looking for Rumble here.
Doing a ton of damage. Resets the passive, the flash, and the ultimate in return, but just walks away from the red carpet. As we see an engage in the top lane, we see 2 engages. We had the Jarvan going against the Warwick. Warwick falling very low as the ultimate comes out from the Mordekaiser. Or, sorry, from the Maokai, as we had the Warwick go down to the J4 with no support coming out.
This is a duel game. This is not a team game.
Right, everyone is just fighting with their counterparts 1v1 here.
A big kill though in the mid lane a while ago onto the Vel'Koz does shore up the gold a little bit for blue team.
Yeah, as they get their second kill.
Everything will looks like it's going to be culminating on this Dragon though. It looks like Red's not. Though they do take a blue tower in the bot lane, they're not looking to push real deep. 25 minutes into the game. Just a lot more farming up and waiting for that objective.
Yeah, the next objective that we have coming up is 2.5 minutes for the Cloud Drake. That's gonna be Soul Point for the red team.
Red could look to push things here on the Baron, but they don't really need to risk anything with this kind of lead. Oh, knock up onto Veigar. Nothing comes of it.
We see Maokai just chilling in a bush in the top lane. Has
He's
3 stack in the mid lane for the red team. He's just waiting. He's being patient. He's playing his matchup pretty well. So we see the CS the same, but he does have the 4 solo kills.
More ward kills. A big ulti here for Misfortune.
The full ultimate going onto the Misfortune as Nautilus pulls the Warwick out of his ult as they just swarm him and they get away from the red carpet coming down from the Rumble.
2 kills for 0 going over to red team, and they're around Drake. Is Drake spawning soon? It looks like it's not, so they'll just have to settle for some minions, maybe mid turret, is where Misfortune's looking. But Jarvan here, maybe they're able to take this. Oh my goodness, it's a big.
Yeah, that was a big chun there. He's gonna have to get that up now.
Mid tower over to red team.
Yeah, that one was kind of taken for free, but with Warwick and Veigar down, they couldn't really stay up much longer.
It's like reset coming out from both teams as they get ready for the next objective, which has got to be Drake coming up here in about.
Yeah, it's got to be Drake. Just look at the vision. Blue has 1 deep vision ward on the control ward on the in that tri-bush, but you just see 4 control wards around that Drake. There's nothing.
That's
So
16 auto attacks from Leona to take them all out. That's going to take like 30 seconds just to kill the wards.
yeah, can you explain why these control wards are so important in getting this last Soul Drake?
Well, number one, oh, we see some action here.
Yeah, the Leona's getting a little bit caught out. The engage is coming in. The flash from the Nautilus. The Leona goes down. We see the ultimate come out from the Misfortune onto the Veigar, but not doing much.
Just walks away. Now, this definitely is dragging up now. We see the yellow hourglass. More action? No. Walks away. Okay, so... But as you were saying, or asking, the pink wards, they do 2 things. Number one, they deny vision of the enemy team. So if there's an enemy ward in that bush, the pink ward will disable it. But number 2, it actually just lets you place more wards. So not only does the Nautilus be able to place about 3 wards with the support item, but also on top of that, you see on the red team, 3 of the members and also 3 of the members on the blue team all have additional red wards, the pink wards, in their inventories. And what that does is it just gives you access to more wards, so you can just see more things of the map.
Exactly.
It does take a long time to kill them, and it can also be risky depending on where they're placed to try to take them down. So it really just has more vision. That is Soul going over there to the red team. Looks like uncontested after the kill onto Leona. Would have been a 4v5. Blue team wants no part of that.
No, I don't think that... At this point, you do see the gold lead extending further and further away. Not too many turrets, but their gold has been well spent onto their carries and onto their tanks as they're just sitting here soaking up so much damage.
Maokai just taking 2 tower shots, no big deal. But yeah, it looks like now the vision, if you see where the wards are in the minimap, looks like red side's got all the vision around Baron, so they know what they want.
Yeah, like it was all around Dragon. Now 100% of it is around Baron, as they're just gonna kill this, clean it up. Blue team.
Bottom lane, but does have teleport.
Yeah, but there is nothing to teleport to, so I think it's gonna just be uncontested from the red side, or from the blue side.
That's what it's looking like here.
We even have the Maokai saplings taking away, slow down anyone who might be coming in.
That is Baron here for the red team. They're going to be looking to take that Baron and empower their minions to break through the blue team base for the first time this game. In fact, they only have the 3 outer towers down. They haven't even touched the tier 2 towers yet for red team. They're really playing this game super slow. But Baron will hopefully be the push that they need to break things open.
Now, one thing that's extremely difficult is we see Leona getting caught out in the mid lane as she took 2 tower shots and just gets blown up with the Vel'Koz Q ult right after that. But as I was saying, one thing that's really difficult for AP champions to do is to take down Baron's up minions. It just takes them a really long time. They don't do as much damage.
See a teleport here protecting the cannon minion. It's a pretty advanced strategy there. You can protect minions by teleporting to them.
It just gets immediately taken down.
Yeah, immediately popped. But Misfortune pushing the bot lane with 4 mids. So what Blue's going to look to do here to come back from this one is look for a 5v4 mid lane, because they could recognize that Misfortune's by herself on him, or they could collapse on the Misfortune.
Well, but the Maokai ult and the catch from the Vel'Koz pushes them back.
It looks like 2 players bot side, 3 players mid for Blue. And it looks like Red's matching 3 and 2. As long as they're matching in numbers, red team should be okay with the score. Garvin looks like 4v4 mid now. Blue's gonna have to move soon, or they're gonna lose their inhibitor tower.
Looks like they might decide to go on the single player bot lane. The flash for flash, the Veigar. But Veigar going into the Vel'Koz as he starts to get pitched, and the ultimate coming out from the J4 as he dunks the Veigar down.
A big ulti from Vel'Koz here. Take out the Mordekaiser, and all of red team is alive to only 3 members of blue team. Tough defense here.
I want to ask you, did you see the Nautilus sit into that ult the entire time from the Rumble?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he took like almost no damage. Yeah, it looks like red team is just taking their victory lap as they just take down 2 inhibitors. The Nexus turrets are going down, and looks like this is going to be the GG come out. As Ready Set sit down, take the game. It was a slow game, but they definitely played their style and they took it to the Wombo Combo Wombats with a Wombo Combo of their own.
Very, very methodical, just dragon, 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 baron, base. That's all. That's all they did. No tower, no fancy tower dives really. No fancy like sieges. Just to get the objectives and get the nexus.
Yeah, that's seems exactly like what it was, but I don't know when you think about it, when you say it just like that, it's kind of hard to see how anyone can like stand up to that. Like, how do you jump into that?
League of Legends is so easy. Anybody could be a pro.
So we are kind of running out of time. So I just wanted to get your final thoughts. Who would you give MVP this game to?
Oh, that's such a tough question. Feel like that Maokai really just tore up that top line.
Definitely the two, I think it was 2 or 3 tower dives. He was very methodical in that. He does, in my book, he does lose a little bit of a point because he did take that death to the turret in the lane. So
he did get executed. That's true.
But yeah, he definitely applied a lot of pressure. There wasn't. He left it where that there wasn't a lane for a weak lane for the blue team to capitalize on. All right, Coach Reed, thank you for joining me tonight. This was Game 3 of Coach Rivals, Wombo Combo Wombats, and Ready, Set, Sit Down. Join us next week as we start Week 4 of the Coach Rivals tournament with all the coaches across the nation. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Take care.